Okay folks, I found this by the side of the road in the footpath, and basically it was in the dirt a little bit, yucky, but I managed to knock off most of the dirt and it looks alright, can be utilised. See how we go with this piece. Okay, let's see what this is. This piece of something. It is a piece of material, but it's some of that sort of meshy type shit. It's meshy material. So we're going to utilise this and make it into something hopefully really nice. This mesh material that we have here. Maybe I'll put it on an angle. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it straight across. It's like what children's tutus are made out of. That sort of material. And that's come up looking quite a treat. And there's a little bit of dirt there and a bit of a hole. But that looks really quite interesting. I think we could use that to make a marble piece. This will look really good as a marble piece, potentially. So I'm just going to set this up differently. Anyway, that's come up looking quite interesting as it is. I'm going to utilise it as a marble piece. Yeah, that's come up looking really quite nice actually. Maybe we can cut it across there. Get rid of those two voids and maybe cut it across there. I don't know. Do we keep the voids? I'm actually wondering if I should. Maybe we could keep the voids. Don't know. Good question, folks. Unless we can do another version of this and try it out and see if we can try something further. Yeah, that's come up looking really quite nuts. It looks quite really nice, actually. Got more voids, but you know the voids do tend to multiply when you're doing this kind of shit. Could probably keep the voids. They're probably just a part of this. I don't know, folks. I can see they're getting a bit cooler in some areas. Some of the parts of this piece. I'm going to do another version. I'm going to do another one of this again. Yeah, that's getting really, really marbled. I do think maybe, I don't know, I actually see a little bit of brightness and a bit of extra graininess, or less of the fine detail, which is getting a bit too fine. I actually think maybe we could take this little section and elaborate on it. So we're just going to blow it up really, really big, make it really big. So we're going to utilise that little section. So that corner is going to be made into something, hopefully. Oops, we just got off the edge. That's often what it's about, folks, is focusing on detail. A detailed section and then making it into something like as into a feature. And that's one of the things that my mum used to keep telling me, and she did it at the time in a derogatory sense. She used to tell me, oh, you go into too much detail. You know, when I'm talking about something, I often used to elaborate on it. And she just used to find that really annoying. And basically, yeah, she used to find me annoying when I used to elaborate on things. And now I'm finding myself here, I'm going into detail in a visual sense. So, yeah, it happens, mate, folks. And now I am going into detail, and it's actually becoming an asset more than a problem to make something, to make a detail, take something, a detail out of something and making it into a feature. I'm going to make that a bit smaller on the horizontal again. But in some jobs, it is an attention to detail is something that is an asset. It's considered an asset, so yeah. But sometimes it can be annoying in a conversation, like if you're just talking about something and you're with people who are not detail focused. Yes, it can be annoying. And it's like, it's a bit of the old case, you know, point taken. Looks like that's a void. I don't like the look of that. But, you know, you can't always win. Still looks good. But yeah, some things are really important when it comes to detail, you know, like when you're building a copier system. For example, it would pay to have an eye for detail instead of hashing it, making a hash of it, you know, making this into a piece of shit that it's become. So
people who don't think in detail shouldn't be allowed in certain industries like the tech industry. People should be, the kind of people they recruit should be people who are smart, intelligent, devoted to their cause, instead of caring about just the money. Because if you just care about the money, that's why everything doesn't work. That's why everything's such shit. You know, that's why everything is crap, because people are not focused on getting a job done properly, and they're not detail focused. I do believe I have high functioning autism, which is probably why I have this attention to detail. But that's a good thing. I do have an intellectual disability. I had a cord around my neck and I came out feet first, or what they call breech. And basically, yeah, I had the oxygen starved from my brain, and then that fucked me up. But I do consider the autism, even though I haven't been diagnosed with both the brain damage and the autism, which is a problem because, you know, it really made my school life difficult, you know, because I was always told off for not doing my work, and I kept getting teased and bullied and shit, and I just had all this pressure placed on my shoulders, and I just couldn't tolerate it. It was horrible, and I just didn't like my experience at school. It wasn't nice. It wasn't at all nice. I used to dream of being a photocopier technician. That's what I wanted to do when I was in my year 8 till when I left, and I really wanted to do it. And I tried it, but I couldn't do it because of the disability, because of the intellectual disability, and it fucked me up, fucked up my ability to learn and all that. So So it wasn't like I didn't want to learn, it was because I couldn't learn, folks. Couldn't is the word. But I'm not going to focus on what I can't do. I'm going to focus here on what I can do, folks. And that is to be a brilliant photocopier artist. And that's come up looking, despite the curling, that's come up looking quite nice. I think we can now call this demo quits.